Hey guys, Dennis here from OK's Happy Hour. I'm going to be teaching you how to Galantine a chicken. We're going to be galantining a chicken, which is a French technique of taking out the entire bone structure of this animal while keeping the flesh intact. First thing you're going to do is you got to locate the wishbone, which is right here underneath the skin, right at the breast. So we're going to make a quick little V cut here. Here's the other side. So the wishbone is out. The breast side is the top of the chicken. You're going to split the back. You're going to split it right down the neck, all the way down to the tail with a cut like that. From here, it's just kind of a matter of following the bone, the rib cage down, and the meat should just come off if you just put a little bit of your finger into it. Now, first thing you got to cut is this wing joint, and you want to cut through it. Alright, so we got the joint. This side of the chicken is just going to sort of start sliding off, alright? So that and that is where it connected. Cut that and it'll start peeling away. So you do the same thing on this side. It's easiest to flex it and just feel for where the joint is flexing. So there's that other one. It's starting to peel off. Grab like that on the breast, and you grab the carcass, you should be able to just split it like that. So now the breasts are coming off. Right where the lower back is of the chicken, you're gonna find these like little circular pieces of muscle right on the back, which I don't know if you've had like a rotisserie chicken from a supermarket, but that's like the best part on the back. You know what I'm talking about? That little pocket of meat? No? No? No one knows? Okay. So you're gonna cut around the oysters. That'll give you a little bit more leeway. Now when you do that, you're going to start to feel that where the thigh bone, so the leg and the thigh goes this way, you want to cut that joint. Right there. Cut that. And now, this actually should just come right out. There's going to be some like connective tissue that will want to stick onto the carcass, but all you have to do is kind of peel that away. So here's the majority of the bone structure, the interior. So next step, you want to cut off 2 parts of the wing. The easiest way to do that is to follow it down and then cut downwards right in the middle, and you're going to have a wing right there. There's the joint here. There it is. Okay, so we have that done. Now to get rid of these upper arm bones. So we're going to put the bone right down on your cutting board, and if you sort of squeeze down on it, you'll isolate the bone. You want to cut around the bone like that, because there's a lot of connective tissue there connecting the bone and the meat. So you do that, and then you push it down, and you can kind of scrape the rest of it away. And once you're at a certain point, you can just sort of rip it out. So there's one bone right there. Do it on the other side as well. Tear that out, another bone. Push the arm back out. Now, the top half of the chicken is dealt with. Now it's the thigh bones. The thigh bones are a little bit trickier. It's basically the same process, but it's a little bit longer. So we're going to cut around, okay? Scrape, just like earlier. Oh, I've been working really hard. I'm tired already. That was a lot of talking. All right. So like I was saying, you scrape, 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 and then you're gonna get to the drumstick joint. There's no really elegant way of doing this. There's no trick. You just have to feel for it. But you want to cut around the joint. But you want to get to the second bone, which is a lot farther than you think it is most of the time. And you'll notice that a lot of chicken meat is kind of going to stick to this joint. Now you can start scraping again. Now here's the problem with when you galantine a chicken, right? Where the wings used to be, when you cook this, the skin's going to shrivel here. And since the legs are much bigger and it'll be much more noticeable, is we actually break the leg bone with the back of a bigger knife. So you break that bone, you take it out, push it back through. What you end up with is something that looks like a leg, and this is going to hold the chicken form together. You see how it kind of still retains the form of a chicken? So let's do that to the next one. There's the outside of the chicken. Stick that back through. Now we're almost done with the galantining process. There's a bit of cartilage here which shouldn't be there. Forget it, I'm not going to pull that out. The last part we're missing is actually the fillet of the breast, which is still attached to the carcass. This one you cannot actually take off in one piece, so you always have to come back for it. So what you're going to want to do is there's a connective tissue up here. You want to cut up here for both of them. You're just gonna slide your finger underneath it, riding the bone, and it'll come right off. Just like that, okay? Now, one thing you're gonna notice on the fillet is there's this white part that runs down. That's a bit of a tendon. Pin it down with a towel, and then you can scrape away the meat. All right, so there you go. This is now an entire deboned chicken. So now that the galantining process is done, there's one other little bonus step you can do, which is you can make these wings something a little bit more fun. First, you want to chop off the wing part. So you're going to cut off the part that you don't really eat, and then we're going to pull out one of the bones, the smaller of the two bones. You'll feel it. It's pretty obvious once you feel it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to clear the bone, or we're going to clear the meat off the bigger bone. And if you just press it up against the cutting board and you sort of pull down, what you can make yourself is like a little bit of a chicken lollipop. You can roast this at the same time you're roasting your chicken. So at the end of the galantining process, you should have a completely deboned chicken. Lovely. Now, normally people stuff the chicken with something. That's why you would do this. I would highly recommend a mixture of spinach, maybe mushroom. A lot of people like sausage. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically put it right in the middle. Make sure you get into the leg cavity right here. There's a little pocket. Stuff all of that, and you're just gonna close it up. You're just gonna close it right up. And from here, you could either sew it, or you can do like, you know, twine and tie it down. This will be a nice roast, and then you should be able to just cut it like that and serve it really quickly. So it's a really easy dish. Bonus is you have 2 chicken lollipops. And that's chicken galantine, guys. And my name is Dennis. This is OK's Happy Hour tutorial. Gabe's on the other side of the camera. Say hi, Gabe. Hey, hey, and pop, pop. Ah. I wonder what the world would be like if chicken came like this, if it didn't have any bones.